Hello and welcome. This is Alliance versus Team Saphira. This is the first game that I've gotten to cast on this lovely day that I actually know one of the teams from. So, it's probably going up on the YouTube channel when I get around to it. So, we've got a Night Stalker Ben and a Bat Rider with what looks to be Clockwork Silencer versus Sand King and Skywrath. Now, I didn't know anybody was running Skywrath in the support position, or anybody was running Skywrath at all, just in general. I thought most teams considered the hero to be pretty garbage. So, we'll see what happens. Because this is only a best of one, and if Alliance lose this, then I don't know, man. I don't know, but Alliance has banned out a Bristleback, an Ancient Apparition, which is interesting to say the least. I wasn't aware that AA was first pick, first ban material these days. But a Sniper and a Shadow Fiend. And then the second phase bans from Team Saphira are coming out with a Jug and a Void. I'm not entirely sure why the Jug pick is there, but the Void is there so that they don't have that big wombo combo single target damage with the Skywrath into the Void, into the Sand King ulti. That just sounds gross and disgusting, and not at all like something that a rational person would want. So, the Veno Cancer coming out from Alliance. I'm so looking forward to this hero getting nerfed at some point in the near future. I think it's way too strong. But we'll see if Team Saphira can counter it at all. And Oracle might not be a bad decision for that, with magic immunity and the heals and the ultimate. It's definitely interesting. I think the ultimate is going to be more for more for the Skywrath silence, or like the way I see these fights playing out is the Sand King blinks in and initiates on two or three heroes. Skywrath silences one, and then just ults them. And I think the Oracle is there to either preemptively save whoever the highest priority target that Sand King stuns is, or to retroactively save the Skywrath from retroactively save with the Skywrath. Oh no. Okay, or I could be wrong, and they're trying to cheese Alliance. And they're definitely trying to cheese Alliance, and I didn't even talk about that. So we'll see how this goes. Silencer, Oracle, Huskar. What a trio. Uh, is this Clockwork the 4 position? And the Oracle's the 5? That would put Silencer safe lane? With like an Oracle Huskar mid? I actually don't know. I don't know how Saphira want to run this. I don't even know that much about this new iteration of Alliance. I know all of the players, besides Pablo. I don't know Pablo that well. But Limp Eric, it has been a long day of Dota. Limp Era, Jonas Fan, and Henskin, I all know their playstyles pretty well. Excuse me. I have no idea what this last pick is going to be for Saphira. It's either going to be an offlaner if this clock is going to be in the 4 position, or it's going to be a safe lane carry, I think, that has some lockdown. I'd rather see the Silencer go safe lane carry with the Clockwork, have the Oracle Huskar go mid, and then Saphira can pick up another form of initiation, like an axe, or I need to look at the heroes. Uh, they have the clock already. Like a Nyx assassin. Those would be my two picks. But in all likelihood, it's probably going to be another 4 position, and they're going to send the clockwork offlane. Taken a lot of time with this last pick. They've got 30 seconds. Just want to cover every opportunity, make sure that they leave no stone unturned. I don't know. I think that it's the support duo of Silencer Oracle, which sounds pretty awful to me, if I'm being honest with you. The Lina mid, and then the Clockwork off lane, but it could be the Silencer mid, the Lina support with the Oracle as the hard 5. So the theory crafting there is the root into Light Strike Array, Dragon Slave, and then Purifying Flames. But I feel like that's so hard to do. Not super difficult, but it definitely takes practice. And if Saphira haven't practiced this before, okay. So that is a brood mama. And I'm actually kind of terrified. Saphira wanted to cheese, and Alliance just said that I'm going to cheese right back. Cheesy game, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just taking up the last little bit of reserve time. So it's going to be a safe lane. A safe lane seeker? I wish they showed what items that people were buying in the screen like that, so I wouldn't have to sit here and guess as to what they were, as to who was in which role when. So it's very nice to have people's names who I can actually read. Okay, so down here we here we go. This is Alliance versus Saphira. This is the first match all day that I've known the players in the game, so I'm pretty excited about this. I have a lot of respect for Old Alliance. I hope that New Alliance can give a lot to us. We've got Jonas and Fam playing on the Brood Mama, Pablo on the Sand King, Limp playing the Venomancer that looks like it's going mid, Handskin on the hard support Skywrath Mage, Era on the safe lane Seeker, and over on Saphira's side we've got Blue on an offlane Clockwork who started with Boots first. We've got a Huskar that's going mid. Mambos looks to be his name. He's got 3 tangos. We've got Luft on the Oracle. We have 9 on Lina and Wombo on the Silencer. So, based on their items, I don't know who's going to get farm and who's not going to get farm. And Alliance certainly look like they are getting aggressive on this top rune spot with this combination of Skywrath Mage along with Sand King. I'm assuming that Hanskin and Pablo are going to roam as a duo, and they're really going to try and punish this Huskar pick. If they stay up on this high ground, nope, it's not going to happen. So it looks like Lina's going to go safe lane. with these 8 tangos so that she can deal with the brood mama. We are going to see. Oh, that's a really cool courier. All right, Hanskin was spotted. Limp, not entirely sure how Limp is going to be able to deal with this Huskar Oracle lane. With a lot of help from Hanskin, but I I don't know if it's going to be enough. Huskar started with a magic wand, not just a stick, an entire wand as his first item. So the more spells that Hanskin casts, the harder it's going to be. So we're 4-1, 5-0 on this Venomancer. So this might be a hard lane, but Limp's farming really, really well. I actually need to go in my settings. Perfect. Okay. So this Brood Mama is 6-0. Jonas and Fam is 6-0. 9 is 7-2. 9 total. Wombo getting nuked down pretty hard here. He lived with about 35 HP. And Hanskin giving up first blood to Luft on this Oracle. Nicely done. Nice rotations by Saphira here. So we're gonna take a look back mid, where this Huskar has 13 CS to the 9 of Limp. And I think Limp is just gonna have to deal with this lane. I don't think this is what Alliance envisioned when they picked Limp, this hero. But I'm trying to miss kills here. Mambos is gonna try and man up. Hanskin gets the kill before Mambos does, so that's fantastic. And down bottom, Era gets a solo kill on this Clockwork. Clockwork's level 3 with 2 points in the battery assault. Nicely done by Era. Outlaning the shit out of this Clockwork. The Silencer is going to come in. This Bloodseeker, Era. Oh no, Era, run away. Era's running nice and fast. I don't think he's going to get out of here. One last auto attack should do it. No, not quite. He's got 30 HP and he's going to be fine. Oh. All right. Well, nicely done. In the meantime, this Lena dies up top to Jonas and Fam. I think that was another solo pick. I don't know what I mean by another. No, it wasn't. Pablo came up. But even still, Broodmother, level 4. Boy, kills just all over the place. So this Silencer's level 2. You know, I think of Oracle and Silencer as very immobile supports. They want to plant themselves in a lane. And they want to pull, and they want to stack, and they want to get some farm. And so far, Saphira has really been schooling me on how heroes should be played. But we'll see if it works out for him in the end. It's Venomancer, 1-1-3. I wonder if he's going to get ult at level 6. The supports for Saphira are smoked up. Looking to come up here and contest this Pablo Jonas and Fam lane. Jonas and Fam, that is not where you want to be. Pablo is going to get a nice 2-man burrow coming in. Silence coming out on Pablo. I think, yep, the Pablo Sand King is going to die for the cause of keeping Jonas and Fam alive here. What's unfortunate about that is that gives Silencer some more stacks. He's up to 6. Sand King is such a mana reliant hero that losing just any stacks can be or losing any int can really hurt him. Sure, it's not much now, but if he he loses 4 or 5 stacks, it could be really catastrophic. They see Clockwork up on the high ground, but Clockwork has cogs, and luckily those have some special powers to them. 47 and 6 on this Huskar, 36 and 12 on Era's Bloodseeker, who we haven't heard much out of since he traded kills with that Clockwork. I have no idea what Clockwork's build these days. Double damage on Huskar. That's actually really scary. Big angry man with burning spears that he just wants to chuck at me has double damage rune? Yeah. Sign me. I don't know where I was going with that. This Lina has had just an incredible amount of Spiderling kills, and I feel like it's really inflating her CS stats. If I had to guess, she's probably not doing as well as 43 and 7 without those spiders. Oh, some dust popped for Handskin. And Era TP'd up here, and that's a kill. That was a very quick turnaround kill on that silencer. More spiderlings being fed. Well, I guess it's for the cause of getting Alliance. 9, playing a pretty dangerous position here. Blue rotated up. They know where Jonassenfam is at. Along with Handskin. I think Handskin's just flat out dead here. Rest in peace, sweet prince. This Oracle is dropping really low. I don't think they can see the Oracle. Oracle's going to TP out. Jonassenfam's going to get knocked back because of the cogs. There are 3 people up here in between the tier 1 and tier 2. Huskar used life break. Nicely done by Era. But Era's going to have to deal with a very enraged Spearman who has an armlet already. A lot of pressure coming out on this tower, even if there aren't any creeps hitting it right this second. Oracle's level 5. Mr. Luft needs to find a way to get level 6 very quickly. The longer he waits on his level 6, the harder this game is going to get for his cores. And it is very warm in here. Let's turn this fan on, hope it doesn't cause too much background noise. So, I think the plan is to just kite the hell out of this Huskar with Sand King and with Bloodseeker Silence and Bloodseeker Rupture. But Era just got his first point into Bloodright. So this could be an interesting build coming out from him. Luft gonna take a tumble here. Pablo with the last second stun while Luft was still silenced. The kill score is now 7-5 in favor of Alliance. The Saphira team looked like they were doing really well. And they've recently just started hemorrhaging some kills. The Lina is bottom. I don't know what she's doing bottom. Maybe she doesn't feel safe. Maybe she doesn't feel like she can lane up against Jonassenfam's Broodmother anymore. But the issue with that is that there's no one else who can. Jonassenfam is just going to take over this jungle, and there's going to be no place for Dire to farm. Handskin trapped in the cogs. Bloodseeker alt comes out onto Mambos. Mambos can't really do anything. Wombo's gonna sit there and just die. Did Limp alt? Limp does not have alt. A very nice TP away. Era gets rooted in the fountain. And some very, very clean plays coming out here. They are not letting Mambos do what he wants in these fights. There's a stun coming out from Mambos. Handskin with the silence into the Venomancer ulti, and that just was so much damage. Luft is still not level 6 at 11 minutes. He has been, I think he's been that level, or that specific level, 5 3/4 for just about a minute, a full minute now. He needs one more creep to die, and he will be level 6, and he has it. He has False Promise, but even if he had False Promise with 2 Purifying Flames there, I still don't think that saves his Huskar friend. That was so much magical damage. And Berserker's Blood, it's just, I don't think 50% magic resist is enough against Skywrath, Sand King, Veno. A, because I think Veno's broken as shit, but B, just the silence into Veno, or just the silence into max Venomous Gale is so much damage. Because max level silence lasts for fucking 6 seconds. And Venomous Gale lasts for 15. So if you get the Gale off right as the silence happens, 15 seconds, or 6 out of the 15 seconds, a little under half of the time that damage over time is active, is going to be almost doubling the damage coming out. That's just crazy to me. That's ignoring any kind of Poison Sting. That's ignoring any kind of Sand King damage, whether it's his Caustic or whether it's his Burrow Strike, and that's ignoring any ults that might come out. And Era is just dead here. Wandered into this very interesting area behind this T1 tower, bought back so that his team could have vision. Right here, oh no, Handskin! The TPs came out right afterwards. Era is very frustrated that he had to buy back for that fight, and he wants to get something out of it, damn it. So we're going to take a look at this fight recap. Boy, I certainly don't know. About 100 gold swing. It's okay though. Era has Handamitis. He's fine. Blue almost has his I can't think of the fucking Blade Mail. Blue almost has his Blade Mail. Oh no, Blue hook shots into creeps. I think he's just trying to farm up the Spiderlings at this point. Jonas and Van has an Orchid built. The Sand King stun comes out from Pablo. Oh, that I don't think that kill was ever not gonna happen. With Handskin and Pablo there, that was very, very well done. This Saphira squad did not expect for there to be 3 Alliance heroes up here. But life goes on. The top 3 of the net worth chart, not dominated by Alliance heroes. They're certainly up there, and they're all in the top 3. But it's not ill. It's not. It's It's a lead that can be dealt with. And there's a blink dagger on Pablo, and that is very, very scary. With how much map control Jonas and Fan is just demanding that the map gives to him. I don't know where Mambos goes to farm. Sure, they can take this tower, but as I've already talked about, if Alliance just group as 5 and they focus like 3 spells, 3 of their big spells onto the Huskar, along with having silence, Luft has to. Luft has got to ult as soon as the silence comes out from the Skywrath Mage. There is no other way that Saphira comes back into this game. So that is Aegis, and they give it to Era. Interesting. They're gonna want Jonas and Fan to just push top down, or maybe they're gonna sit here and push with him. I'm not sure. It's 3 Dire heroes in Radiant's jungle. 2 of them are supports. They finally have global up. That's excellent, excellent news. I still don't know how much it means, though. Maybe it means that 9 can actually get a pickoff if he uses someone like Hanskin or Pablo at the same time that they're coming down, the global can come out, and I think 9 can pretty much blow through anybody. Nice Yule's up, but there's still a Force Staff, or not a Force Staff. But there goes the Luft ult. Pablo with one hell of an ult. Silence comes out far too late. Pablo is dead, however. Era running around with 200 health, and everybody on this Saphira lineup is extraordinarily low. Killing spree on the Veno and on the Broodmother. Jonas and Fan doing very, very well for himself. That is a double kill. And that, just like the first kill, Jonas and Fan just kind of walked up his head, walked up his web onto the high ground, and just spat a spider egg sack at an enemy hero. So we'll see how Saphira respond to this. That is such a cool courier. You learn something new every day. I did not know that Oracle's Q splits Spiderling stacks. Mambos probably going to die here. Yup, excellent. And then... oh shit, I can't remember his name. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because he's dead. Blue. Blue. It's weird to me that someone would name themselves after the parrot in a movie. But, you know, who am I to judge? I enjoyed Rio as well. Boy, I hope these professionals don't listen to me cast. No flame was intended if you're listening to this, Blue. Blue, looking to get a Force Staff. And I just... the Huskar was meant as the cheese strat, and then they got counter cheesed by the Jonas and Thumb Broodmother. And I don't know how Saphira responds to being down like this. They're down 13k at 20 minutes. And well, that's definitely one way to do it. That's 600 gold going to Luft. I'm sure Luft will take it. That's excellent, excellent for him. But this Huskar, just, he feels underfarmed. He has to go for a second item BKB instead of getting something like evasion, like a heavens or a solar crest. And I know he wants to go one of those items because they're so good on Huskar, especially when you've got an Oracle backing you up. Maybe they need to wait for Oracle's level 2 ult, and then they can start getting aggressive and trying to take fights. And pings are coming out onto Limp. And I don't think Limp lives through this. Or Limp could have just excellent, excellent death word placement. Or, not death word placement. But Mambos picks up another big kill. That's 780 gold coming from the Limp Veno. I don't want to say Alliance are falling apart here, but these last couple minutes have been very, very sloppy. You know, the Jonas and Fam Broodmother kill, I can accept because that's his job to make space. But Limp should not be dying by himself on this Venomancer. And his Midas is up too. Hanskin being spotted by Mambos. Nice hook coming out from blue. Life break coming out onto Hanskin. And Pablo. I'm not quite sure how that silencer died. I just know that he was very, very low when Pablo blinked in. An ult comes out, and this Bloodseeker's just taking so much damage, but Pablo with the channeled ult, nicely done. Bloodseeker dies on the backside to to Mambo's burning spears, and they did a lot with this 10-second BKB. That's actually absolutely how Saphira get right back in this game. Just a couple of minutes ago, Alliance were, I'm sure they were thinking about going high ground. And after that fight, the Silencer has a gem of true sight so that this Jonas and Fam Broodmother isn't nearly as scary as it was. She always is going to have support with her now if she sees the Silencer. And this Mambos Huskar can just start snowballing now. He has Blink Dagger queued up in his inventory. This is a scary place to be for both teams, because both teams have cores that rely on a lot of forward momentum in Huskar and in Bloodseeker. And if you feel like that momentum is slipping away from you, that's a really scary thing to have. Especially a Bloodseeker who is fourth on the net worth chart. Like, I like the hero, and I like the hero a lot against Huskar. I'm just not sure that Era is comfortable with it, but I don't I don't want to sit here and flame. It's definitely an interesting strategy, though. Alliance have this feeling about them that they can take it late. I don't know if they want to. I wouldn't want to take it late. I would want to press my advantage while I still have it. And I have a 10k lead right now. And even though it doesn't, I'm sure it doesn't feel like that in game because this Huskar is starting to get scary and this enemy team's starting to get scary. But you know you still have this lead. Huskar with the Hurricane Pike, and that's absolutely cause to be scared. Because Huskar doesn't even need to jump into life break right now. He can just Hurricane Pike someone, get 5 attacks off, and if those 5 attacks are on Pablo or Handskin, uh, I, I think that's just a dead support. And then once you've picked off a support, you can actually life break someone who matters. The Venomancer or Era. And let blue take care of whoever you're not. Along with the Lena, and all of a sudden you just have a disaster waiting to happen on Alliance's side. Trying to get Roche. You cannot let Huskar have this Roche. You might have a 12k lead, but if you let Mambos get this Roshan, you're just asking to lose this game. Especially with this Lincoln Sphere queued up. Like Mambos knows it up. You know that Mambos knows it up. That it's up, and Mambos knows that you know that it's up if you're Alliance in this situation. So they're gonna rotate 3 people over. Luft has his ultimate. I don't think we have seen a single Luft saving Mambo's ultimate all game. And that's very, very concerning. Because just because of where this game is at, Global comes out, Clockwork hooks in, Limp or Era is just TPing out, Limp TPing out as well. Jonas and Fam is probably going to die here. Yep, Jonas and Fam is the sacrificial lamb. And that's another 500 gold net kill. Jesus. That kill netted blue and Saphira so much gold. I physically watched the net worth tracker go from 13k to 9k. Yeah, they're up, but they're in no position to defend this Mambo's Roche. I don't even think Alliance knows. Sure, Era has a Heavens, which is awesome at this point. But if you let Mambos get this Roche, then you're sacrificing the next 5 minutes. And I don't know if you can do that if you're Alliance. But they're still in no position to contest. Handskin isn't here. Jonas and Fam isn't up. Era silences way too late. Blue comes in and just zones like 4 heroes by himself back. Limp moves forward, TP's out. And now all of a sudden, it feels like Alliance have just lost all control of the tempo and of the pace of this game. They're so scared of this Mambos Huskar. They're so scared of this big combo coming out from the silencer, the Clockwork, the Oracle, and the Huskar. that they're just unwilling to fight until they have some items. And I don't know what items they can get besides BKBs or Yule's Scepters that are really going to change. Hook comes through, gets Era. Era gets knocked back. But this Limp Venomancer's here, but he's just going to TP out. And Era's just going to die. Maybe. He's gonna run away really, really fast. Doesn't quite have TP yet. But Blue isn't gonna chase. That's a global silence that's coming out. This Huskar is in trouble. Doesn't have the rest of the team around him. Pablo is just gonna solo ult on this Huskar. That looked like... Was that Cheese? I don't actually know, but he does not have Aegis, so I'm assuming that that was Cheese. This Oracle, Pablo gets sniped from the high ground. Luft, not going to tick down to the poison, thanks to magic immunity, whatever that skill is called. Fate's Edict. What a good hero. So they burn Aegis, they burn Cheese. Jonas and Fam is just going to go to town on Mambos here, and he's actually going to get the Mambos kill. That's excellent. The Oracle, he did not have enough mana, nor did he did not have enough mana, and he was also silenced. These cores for Alliance have to get BKBs at some point. I would be okay with seeing BKBs as the next round of items. It's so hard to fight this Lina, this Silencer. Even the Clockwork. It's so hard to fight without BKBs right now. Because we saw it in the last fight where Jonas and Fawn was chasing that Lina. Right? The Lina just turned around and used him. And he goes, oh, well, I guess I'm not killing this Lina now because I just can't catch up with her. Clock, big hook coming in. Venomancer pikes himself out. And that's Blue just being very aggressive, very confident that his team is going to be behind him to back him up. And we're going to take a look at the net worth chart now. 18,000 for the Veno, 16 for the Huskar, and 15 for the Broodmama. I wasn't convinced about the Era Bloodseeker when the game started. I'm not convinced about the Era Bloodseeker now. I know he's not the most important piece in this puzzle, but if he had some actual damage items, like an S&Y or even a Shadow Blade, it would be very, very beneficial to his team. Instead of the Force Staff Heavens. Like, Heavens is a great item here, but I feel it's very, very all in on one damage type instead of even like a Maelstrom. I don't think would have been bad here. Helps push out the waves. Helps deal with heroes that aren't named Huskar. But I guess that's why I'm not the pro player. Alright, are we gonna... We have not seen a lot of smokes come out this game. Oscar finally has his Lincoln Sphere. And now I officially don't know how you kill this Huskar. You have to use 2 spells on him at the start of every fight to break the Lincolns and then to get the silence off. And then the Oracle just ults him. And I don't understand how Alliance is planning on dealing with that. Just ignoring the Huskar? I feel like that's how I deal with all of my life problems. It's just I ignore them and then I hope that they go away, and then that doesn't happen. And Huskar is BKB'd. I heard an alt come out from Era. There's 2 people currently dead. The Clock, who just bought back, and Handskin on his what a weird spread out fight. Life break onto Pablo. What a that was a gorgeous, gorgeous stun coming out from Pablo, preventing the preventing Blue from getting cogs off that might have potentially saved the Huskar. Huskar does not have buyback. Blue with a great hook shot into the back line, can't finish anybody off, but it prevents Alliance from completing this push. Blue sacrificed his life for the cause, and there's just no way. There is no way that Alliance can push into this right now. Maybe when they heal up, but they've got 45 seconds to move all the way out from their base, all the way up to this top lane, only to deal with a Lina who has a lot of levels and a lot of range. Oh, plus 150 attack range. Ugh. Ice Frog, why do you need to make every hero like Sniper? Please stop. So maybe they're taking a look at Roche, but Roche isn't back up for a minute 40, and it is too late to push up high ground. So Alliance are up by probably close to 22k at this point. Not quite. 21k. Oh no, I was right. It was close to 22k because it just changed. But it feels like they can't do anything. Right? They're just going to sit back and farm on a team that peaks like right now. This team is not meant to go super late. If this team was meant to go super late, then they wouldn't have Era on a Bloodseeker. Now, if this Bloodseeker was snowballing and just fucking out of control, that would be one thing. What a hook shot by Blue! Puts 2 people in the cogs. Mambo's not there to follow up. But the Era Bloodseeker just dies regardless. I legitimately think that Blue is single-handedly keeping this Saphira team in this game. And that is a 5-man wipe. They traded Era's life for 5, and now Alliance has to go high ground. Huskar bought back. There is no other support. Sand King still has ult. Limp has all kinds of farm. He's got a 9-second BKB that's up and ready to go. And I don't think 30k up by Alliance right now. Huskar jumps forward. Jonasson Van trying to man up on this Huskar. Huskar's Lincoln Sphere is popped. Still no reprieve from... Oh. So they trade Jonasson Van for the Huskar, and GG's come out. And I'm assuming that they're not going to bad manner it. Yep. So GG. It was a cheesy game from Saphira, but I don't think it was a poorly played game at all. I hope that Alliance take a lot from this and don't draft Era on a Bloodseeker. I really think that was the worst part of their draft. So if you're watching this and you like what I did, my Twitch is jm_1800. My Twitter is jm_Dota2. I'm a pretty new caster. I would appreciate constructive criticism, or if you just want to tell me that I fucking suck, then that's okay too. It'd be nice to know if someone was watching. So, take care.